Hi everyone, it's Milfia, and today we're back with some information you may have missed on Hytale. Let's talk about Edge's article, which contains exclusive news revealed. Just about 3 months ago, Hytale announced that the game would be in the front page of a famous English magazine. Amazing! Look at that cover with Gaia! Congratulations to Thomas Frick, who did that wonderful drawing. In fact, Edge magazine was able to interview members of the Hytale team, including Noxy. New images are obviously present on the pages of the article, and while I'm showing them to you, I'd like to summarize the important information in this video. Let's go for 24 exclusive news about Hytale. Number 1. When the trailer was launched in December 2018, the Hytale website crashed. The developers didn't expect so many people logged in on the countdown to the announcement. The team obviously didn't expect the trailer to reach 47 million views on YouTube either. In fact, they had made bets and Noxy expected not to exceed 1 million. Of course, it was a complete joy when the trailer reached 11 million views in just 1 week. Number 2. Noxy's biggest fear was that people would compare Hytale to yet another pale copy of Minecraft that wouldn't work. But before long, the comments started coming on the video and people were thrilled. Even though today, Hytale is often referred as Minecraft 2.0. That's not a bad thing, according to Noxy, since most of the team came from the Hypixel servers and their desire was to take the strength of Minecraft and make it a different, more advanced game. You can see that in the trailer, by the way. This one is designed in such a way that it manages to convince us from start to finish. Beautiful graphics, full modding, live scripting, single-player adventure, NPCs, multiplayer mode, server, and so on. Everything is there. Number 3. Edge magazine also looks back at Hytale's past with the creation of Hypixel, but I invite you to watch our explanatory video on this subject. What we learn, however, is that while applying to work at Riot Games, Noxy fell in love with the Hypixel project and started working in the team as project manager. He was finally accepted within Riot for a short mission and continued to help Hypixel on different projects. Number 4. With the EULA, the Hypixel server was starting to wobble a bit. Noxy didn't see much future for Hypixel and told Simon that a new game had to be created. They would then need 18 months and $700,000 to do it. Simon agreed, and the Hytale project could start. Number 5. At the beginning of the project, the team wanted to create a game that was completely different from Minecraft. But they soon realized that, by trying to be different, they would be making the same mistake as Cube World or Terraria. So, Noxy says, we all want to leave the nest and do great things that are different, but at the end of the day, don't we feel good in the nest? So they assumed, yes, Hytale would be the game that everybody was waiting for, a kind of Minecraft with features that players were tired of waiting for. Anything that Minecraft can deliver would be in Hytale. Number 6. You may already know it, but in order to succeed in such a bet, the Hytale team had to design a new game engine. Noxy added, I wish I had known it was going to be extremely difficult to do. But if we had known that, Hytale wouldn't exist today. Number 7. Currently, there are more than 7,000 different prefabs in the game. As a reminder, the prefabs are the pre-built structures of the game that can spawn anywhere during the generation of your game. Houses, ruins, towers, trees, elementary circles, etc. Number 8. Each area of the game will have its own set of prefabricated dungeons and different styles, for example. Basically, a single dungeon can have dozens of variations. Number 9. Noxy confirms that the game won't be so linear. Remember that concept art of the Orbis zones. In fact, The zones are obviously not put side by side as in the drawing. Noxy points out that the game map is randomly generated, but that a basic structure is kept for everyone. Zone 1, which is temperate, is in the middle. Zone 2, with jungles and deserts, is in the south. And Zone 3, filled with glaciers and snow, is in the north. Number 10. In each zone, there is a kind of cathedral linked to an element of the game. For example, members of Edge magazine had the chance to explore the one in Zone 1, which is linked to the Earth and has pop-up missions on the screen to tell the player what to do. You'll then have to kill 10 Trolls or save poor Quebecs taken hostage. Moreover, in just one sentence, the article confirms that each Orbis zone is centered on a particular element. Number 11. It will be possible to buy treasure maps from merchants in order to complete other missions and receive many rewards. Number 12. Edge was able to test the game for a few minutes, so here's a summary of their feedback. Anything is better than Minecraft. So that's it. Bye guys! They keep saying that the graphics are better, the fighting is obviously more advanced, the features are great. Anyway, I want to try it too. Number 13. Noxy then talks about PvP in Hytale. For him, it's mostly a discipline where players have to build blocks at the speed of light to help each other to better fight the opponent. Even in PvE, to block enemies, this skill is very practical. But that's obviously not all. Hytale allows the player to make charge attacks, parries, dashes, and much more. Number 14. The weapons of Hytale are divided into several families, and each of these categories has particular patterns to learn. For example, the first category consists of one-handed weapons such as the sword, two-handed weapons such as hammers, that are slower but can hit more enemies at once, and axes that are difficult to handle but cause a lot of vertical damage. I guess we'll also have a family dedicated to magic with rod and wands, and another one dedicated to archers. Will we have some sort of skill tree to complete for each path we take, just like in MMOs? Number 15. Edge and Noxy confirm one of our theories. All NPCs won't have the same degree of friendship with the player. It will be necessary to perform good deeds with certain tribes to increase their affection. We then learn that if the Quebecs are very nice and friendly with us, the Firans are rather fearful and they won't trust us. At the beginning of the game, our relationship with them will be neutral. In order to increase the friendship, we'll either have to offer them meat as gifts or make offerings to their gods. But who are their gods? Number 16. It is possible to massacre the Quebecs. Yes. Noxy says if the Quebecs are nice to us, they won't be nice to us at all if we start butchering their children. In short, there's complete freedom of action in Hytale. Number 17. Edge was able to visit the elemental circle in Zone 4. As we suspected, this one is surrounded by lava and represents the element of fire. As a reminder, there is one elementary circle per zone. Number 18. Chris Thurston is currently head of publishing at Hytale. He's the one who manages the social networks and probably the blog posts. And long before this job, he was an editor at Edge. It's probably thanks to him that Edge and Hytale were able to get in touch. So cool! Number 19. Hytale was made in 3 years. As you know, development is not yet complete, but people in England, Canada, Australia, France, Ireland, and Russia have been working on Hytale for 3 years. During this time, another team has been maintaining the Hypixel server. Number 20. In order to make Hytale different from Minecraft, the team received help from Rob Pardo, Blizzard's former creative head. He explained them that wanting to be different for the sake of being different wasn't a good idea. Noxy then showed a demo of Hytale to Riot Games so they could explain how to be a worthy successor to such a big game. League of Legends being the successor to Dota, Noxy wanted advice. Number 21. Following the demo, Riot Games fell in love with the project and wanted to help them financially. At first, the Hytale team didn't want to accept because they weren't ready to deal with such a big business. But in 2018, the Fortnite success hit and half of the players present on Hypixel disappeared. The team could no longer use Hypixel's money to develop Hytale. They didn't want to make Kickstarter in view of the many failed games that had chosen this path. So, they went back to Riot Games they had met in 2016 and everything was better. Now, we all know Riot acquired Hytale 1 month ago. Number 22. After the launch of the announcement trailer, the problems began to arise for the team. Things they didn't expect. For example, instead of receiving one email a week from a random person who wanted to work with them, they received more than 800 emails during the 3 or 4 days after the trailer. Number 23. The article concludes with something very true. Hytale is not some kind of blog game. Hytale focuses on its community and what it really wants. That's why Riot Games followed them, and that's why this game is going to be a success. Number 24. Noxy adds that his ultimate dream would be that one day he would log on to Hytale and see hundreds of different servers. A server inspired by Ghibli Studios, an RPG, or simply the campaign the player has lived in. In the end, what would be huge, according to him, would be that Hypixel 2 comes from Hytale. And that's it for the news from Edge's article. If you want to read it in full, the link is in the description. And one last important thing, Hytale wallpapers for phones are out. Go to Noxy's Twitter account or on the official website to download them. They are so beautiful! Anyway, as a reminder, the game won't be released before 2021, but maybe a beta will be proposed in 2020. Who knows? What's the coolest info you found? Don't hesitate to tell us in the comments. And join us on Discord to discuss the game while we wait for it to come out. On that note, it was Milfia, and I'll see you next time on Hytale UP.